Salam alaikum. I'm Noor. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. What does fasting mean to you? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoy deep discussions like this, a quick like helps a lot. Now let's get into today's topic. Can artificial intelligence truly understand the essence of fasting? At first glance, fasting might seem like simply avoiding food and drink. But in reality, it's a deep spiritual journey that shapes the body, mind, and soul. It's about self-discipline, patience, and devotion. But here's the challenge. AI has never felt hunger, thirst, or the struggle of resisting temptation. So can it ever comprehend what fasting really means? Stay with me until the end, because what we discovered is truly mind-blowing. Number 1, AI's understanding of fasting. To begin, we asked AI a simple question. What is fasting? The response was purely logical. AI analyzed millions of texts, religious scriptures, and historical records, and found that fasting exists in almost all major religions: Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism. The common theme: spiritual purification, self-control, and strengthening the willpower. But here's a deeper question. Can AI ever understand the emotional and spiritual depth of fasting? Think about this. When you're fasting, have you ever felt your stomach growling, your throat dry, yet you push through because you know there's a greater purpose? That inner battle between desire and discipline is something deeply personal, something only humans can experience. Let's test something. What is the hardest part of fasting for you? Is it resisting food, controlling emotions, the patience? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Number 2, scientific and spiritual aspects of fasting. Interestingly, AI also found that fasting isn't just a religious act. It has profound scientific benefits as well. Research shows that fasting can improve brain function and focus. Your body produces ketones which enhance mental clarity, promote cell regeneration and detoxification. Fasting triggers autophagy, a process where the body cleans out damaged cells. Strengthens self-discipline and patience. It rewires the brain to resist impulses and increase mental resilience. But here's where it gets fascinating. We asked AI, describe fasting from an emotional and spiritual perspective. And AI responded, fasting is a discipline of breaking the chains of desire. It is an experience that can only be truly understood through physical hunger and thirst. Surprising, right? Even though AI has no emotions, it still recognized that fasting is more than just not eating. It's about self-mastery and inner transformation. Now let's take a moment. Have you ever had a moment during fasting where you felt truly at peace? A moment where you realized fasting was changing you from the inside? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Number 3, can AI itself fast? Now, let's take things a step further. If fasting is not just about food, but also about self-restraint and discipline, then can an AI fast? This may sound strange, but some researchers have experimented with digital fasting for AI. This means temporarily restricting an AI's access to data, limiting its computational power, forcing it to pause its processing cycles. In theory, this is like forcing AI to experience scarcity, something similar to fasting. But here's the catch. AI does not feel frustration, patience, or self-discipline the way we do. It doesn't struggle with urges, and it never feels the satisfaction of overcoming desires. But ask yourself, is fasting just about giving something up? Or is it about gaining something greater? When we fast, we don't just abstain from food. We gain clarity, discipline, and a deeper connection with God. AI, on the other hand, simply waits without understanding why. What do you think? Is fasting just about not eating, or is there something deeper? Let me know in the comments. Conclusion and final thoughts. In the end, what AI discovered was incredible. Fasting is more than just a physical act. It's a spiritual journey. But here's the truth. AI can analyze fasting, define it, and even simulate it, but it will never truly experience it. Why? Because fasting is about faith, devotion, and sacrifice. It's about that moment before iftar when you take your first sip of water and feel overwhelming gratitude. It's about knowing that every moment of hunger brings you closer to something greater. And that's something no AI will ever understand. Now, before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What does fasting mean to you? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this discussion, a quick like or subscribe would mean a lot.